Tonight is not just another night. It is a decision. While millions will go to sleep carrying the same fears, the same doubts, and the same excuses into tomorrow, you have the chance to wake up as someone different. What if I told you that one single night, used with intention, could begin rewiring the way you think, feel, and act? Stay until the end, because tonight may become the turning point that changes your life forever. Your mind is the greatest force shaping your reality. Yet most people surrender it to worry, distraction, and negative habits every single day. The moments before sleep are among the most powerful for influencing your subconscious. If you learn to use them wisely, you can plant the seeds of confidence, discipline, and inner peace. Tonight, you are not just preparing for tomorrow. You are preparing for a completely new version of yourself. Every night, as your body begins to relax and your eyes slowly close, something extraordinary happens inside your mind. The noise of the day starts to fade, and your subconscious becomes more open than at almost any other time. This is why the final thoughts you carry before sleep matter so much. They are not simply passing ideas, they are seeds. Whatever you plan tonight has the potential to grow into tomorrow's mindset. If you fall asleep replaying fear, failure, or self-doubt, your mind continues reinforcing those emotions while you sleep. But if you choose thoughts of strength, confidence, and purpose, you begin creating a different mental foundation for the day ahead. Think about how many nights have ended with endless scrolling, worrying about problems, comparing yourself to others, or reliving moments you wish had gone differently. These habits quietly train the mind to expect stress instead of opportunity. Without realizing it, many people wake up already feeling defeated because they programmed themselves the night before. The good news is that your mind is remarkably adaptable. You can interrupt that cycle starting tonight. Before you sleep, take a few slow, deep breaths and allow your attention to settle. Then speak to yourself with intention. Say, I am becoming stronger every day. I have the discipline to overcome every obstacle. My mind is calm, focused, and resilient. Tomorrow I will act with courage, patience, and confidence. These words are not magic but repeated consistently. They become beliefs. Beliefs influence decisions, and decisions shape your future. Remember that your subconscious responds to repetition and emotion. The more often you reinforce empowering thoughts, the more natural they become. Instead of allowing random influences to shape your identity, consciously choose the story you want your mind to believe. Picture yourself waking with energy, making wise decisions, staying calm under pressure, and following through on your commitments. Feel those moments as if they are already real. Do not expect a single night to erase years of negative thinking, but never underestimate the power of one intentional beginning. Every lasting transformation starts with one decision repeated consistently. Tonight, refuse to let fear have the final word. Refuse to let yesterday define tomorrow. Let your final thoughts become a declaration of the person you are committed to becoming. When you control the conversation inside your own mind before sleep, you begin taking control of the direction of your entire life. That is how lasting change begins. Not by chance, but by conscious choice made one night at a time. The modern world constantly competes for your attention. From the moment you wake up until the moment you fall asleep, your mind is surrounded by notifications, conversations, opinions, advertisements, and endless streams of information. Day after day, this noise becomes so familiar that many people begin to fear silence. They mistake stillness for emptiness, when in reality, silence is one of the greatest sources of clarity and strength. If you truly want to reprogram your mind overnight, you must first create space for your own thoughts to breathe. Tonight, before you go to bed, give yourself 10 minutes without your phone, television, or any distraction. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and simply breathe. At first, your mind may race from one thought to another. You may remember unfinished tasks, replay awkward conversations, or worry about tomorrow. This is completely normal. Do not fight your thoughts and do not judge them. Simply observe them as clouds passing through the sky. The goal is not to stop thinking altogether, but to stop allowing every thought to control you. As your breathing becomes slower and deeper, something remarkable begins to happen. The constant mental chatter loses its grip. The worries that seemed overwhelming start to appear smaller. You realize that many of the fears you carried throughout the day were created not by reality itself, but by the stories your mind kept repeating. In silence, you begin separating facts from imagination. You discover that peace has been within you all along, waiting beneath the noise. This quiet practice also strengthens your awareness. Instead of reacting emotionally to every challenge, you become someone who responds thoughtfully. You begin noticing your habits, your emotional triggers, and the beliefs that have quietly shaped your life for years. Awareness is the first step toward transformation, because you cannot change what you refuse to see. Every moment of mindful silence is like cleaning a dusty mirror, allowing you to see yourself more clearly. The strongest people are not always the loudest or the most admired. They are the ones who have learned to remain calm when others panic, focused when others become distracted, and steady when life becomes uncertain. That kind of inner strength is built in moments of stillness, not chaos. Every night you choose silence over endless distraction. You strengthen your ability to lead your own mind, instead of being led by the world around you. When you finally lie down to sleep, carry that sense of peace with you. Let your heart slow, let your breathing deepen, and let your mind rest without resistance. Trust that every quiet moment is training your mind to become wiser, calmer, and more resilient. Remember, the greatest breakthroughs rarely arrive in the middle of noise. They are born in silence, nurtured by patience, and revealed to those who are willing to listen. Tonight, allow silence to become your greatest teacher, and let it guide you toward the stronger, clearer, and more powerful version of yourself that has been waiting to emerge. Every day leaves a mark on your mind. Some moments fill you with joy and confidence, while others leave behind disappointment, regret, anger, or sadness. The problem is not that difficult experiences happen. They are a natural part of life. The real problem begins when you carry the emotional weight of those experiences into the next day, and then into the next week, and eventually into the next year. Many people unknowingly imprison themselves in yesterday's pain, allowing old mistakes and past failures to define who they believe they are. But tonight, you have an opportunity to break that cycle. Before you close your eyes, take a moment to reflect on your day without judgment. Do not focus on what went wrong or criticize yourself for every mistake. Instead, ask yourself, what did this day teach me? Every challenge carries a lesson, and every setback contains an opportunity to grow stronger. When you shift your perspective from blame to learning, your mind stops seeing failure as an enemy and begins recognizing it as a teacher. One of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself is forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean pretending that painful events never happened. It does not excuse betrayal, disrespect, or injustice. Instead, forgiveness is the decision to stop allowing those experiences to control your emotions and your future. When you refuse to forgive, you continue carrying a burden that grows heavier with time. But the moment you choose to let go, you create space for peace to enter your life. Do not forget to forgive yourself as well. Many people speak to themselves with a level of harshness they would never use towards someone they love. They replay every poor decision, every missed opportunity, and every embarrassing moment until those memories become chains. Remember this. You are not the same person you were yesterday. Every experience has taught you something valuable. Every mistake has given you wisdom that success alone could never provide. Growth begins when you stop identifying with your past and start investing in your future. Imagine placing every regret, every disappointment, and every fear into a small box. Picture yourself gently closing the lid and setting it down. You do not need to carry it into tomorrow. The lessons can stay with you, but the emotional weight does not have to. Let your heart become lighter with every breath. Release the need to be perfect. Release the desire to change what cannot be changed. Focus instead on the choices you can make when the sun rises again. As you prepare to sleep, remind yourself that every sunrise is an invitation to begin again. Nature never clings to yesterday. The night gives way to morning, the seasons continue to change, and life constantly renews itself. You are part of that same process. Let today become a completed chapter, not a permanent identity. Sleep with a peaceful heart, knowing that you have learned, forgiven, and released what no longer serves you. Tomorrow is not asking you to be perfect. It is simply asking you to show up stronger, wiser, and more determined than you were before. That is how true transformation begins, one forgiven day and one peaceful night at a time. Your mind is constantly creating pictures, whether you realize it or not. Every fear you imagine, every goal you dream about, and every expectation you hold forms an image inside your subconscious. These mental pictures influence the way you think, the choices you make, and the confidence with which you face the world. The tragedy is that many people spend years visualizing failure without even noticing it. Before an important conversation, they imagine saying the wrong thing. Before pursuing a dream, they picture rejection. Before taking a risk, they expect defeat. Then they wonder why fear controls their actions. If you want to reprogram your mind overnight, you must become intentional about the images you allow to live within you. Tonight, before you fall asleep, close your eyes and imagine the person you are becoming. Do not think about the person you used to be, or the mistakes that once defined you. Instead, create a vivid picture of your highest self. See yourself waking up with purpose instead of hesitation. Imagine yourself standing tall, breathing deeply, and carrying yourself with quiet confidence. Visualize yourself handling challenges with patience, speaking with kindness, and making decisions with wisdom. Allow every detail to become clear in your mind, as though you are already living that reality. Do not rush through this exercise. Feel the emotions connected to your vision. Experience the joy of becoming disciplined, the peace of having control over your thoughts, and the satisfaction of keeping the promises you make to yourself. Emotion is the language of the subconscious. When you combine clear visualization with genuine feeling, your mind begins accepting this new identity as something possible rather than something distant. Over time, your actions naturally begin aligning with the person you repeatedly see yourself becoming. Understand that transformation is not about pretending to be someone else. It is about uncovering the strength that has always existed within you. Every successful individual first changed the picture in their mind, before they changed the results in their life. Long before victories became visible, they imagined themselves overcoming obstacles, remaining focused during hardship, and continuing forward when others gave up. Their external success was simply the reflection of an internal belief that had already taken root. As you drift towards sleep tonight, let your vision become stronger than your doubts. Refuse to give fear the role of directing your future. Replace every limiting belief with an empowering image of growth, resilience, and courage. See yourself becoming healthier, wiser, calmer, and more disciplined with each passing day. Remember that greatness is not created in a single dramatic moment, but through consistent thoughts repeated over time. Every night you choose to visualize your best self, you strengthen the foundation of that future reality. Eventually, what once existed only in your imagination begins to appear in your habits, your character, and your life. The person you repeatedly picture with conviction and belief is the person you gradually become, one intentional night after another. The way you end your day determines the energy you carry into the next one. Many people finish their evenings focused on everything that went wrong. They replay mistakes, worry about the future, and convince themselves that they are falling behind. Night after night, this habit quietly trains the mind to search for problems instead of possibilities. But if you truly want to reprogram your mind overnight, you must learn to close each day with gratitude and purpose. These two simple practices have the power to transform not only your nights but the direction of your entire life. Before you sleep tonight, pause for a moment and reflect on everything that happened throughout your day. Instead of asking, "What did I lose?" ask yourself, "What did I gain?" Maybe you learned a valuable lesson from a mistake. Maybe someone offered you kindness when you least expected it. Maybe you had the strength to keep going even when things became difficult. These moments may seem small, but they are proof that progress is happening, even when you cannot see the full picture. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges. It is about recognizing that blessings and opportunities still exist within them. Take a slow, deep breath and think of at least 3 things you are grateful for. They do not need to be extraordinary. Be thankful for your health, your family, your ability to learn, the roof above your head, or simply the chance to wake up and try again tomorrow. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. It reminds your mind that life is not only about what is missing, but also about what is already present. A grateful heart creates a peaceful mind, and a peaceful mind rests deeply, heals more effectively, and awakens with renewed strength. Once your heart is filled with gratitude, give your tomorrow a clear purpose. Do not overwhelm yourself with a long list of impossible goals. Instead, make one meaningful promise to yourself. It could be waking up earlier, exercising for 30 minutes, reading a few pages of a meaningful book, completing an important task, or speaking more kindly to yourself throughout the day. Small promises kept consistently build trust in yourself. Every time you honor your word, your confidence grows stronger, because you prove that your actions match your intentions. As you close your eyes, remind yourself that every great achievement is built upon ordinary moments, repeated with extraordinary consistency. Success is not created by occasional bursts of motivation, but by daily discipline and intentional choices. Tonight is another opportunity to strengthen your character, sharpen your mind, and prepare your spirit for tomorrow's challenges. Sleep knowing that you have ended your day with appreciation instead of complaint, with hope instead of fear, and with purpose instead of uncertainty. When gratitude fills your heart and purpose guides your steps, every sunrise becomes more than the beginning of another day. It becomes another chance to become the person you were always capable of being. One intentional night, repeated again and again, can truly transform an entire lifetime. If there is one message I want you to remember, it is this. Your future is not decided by yesterday. It is created by what you choose to do tonight. Every great transformation begins with a single decision, and that decision is made in the quiet moments when no one is watching. Refuse to let fear write your story. Refuse to let doubt become your identity. Instead, choose discipline over comfort, purpose over distraction, and belief over limitation. As you close your eyes tonight, let go of every excuse that has held you back and embrace the person you are becoming. Trust the process, even when progress feels invisible. Your subconscious is always listening, always learning, and always shaping the life you repeatedly imagine. Plant thoughts of courage, gratitude, confidence, and resilience, and watch them grow into actions that transform your reality. Tomorrow morning, do not wake up as the same person who went to bed. Wake up with a clearer mind, a stronger heart, and an unshakable commitment to your purpose. Remember, the world changes when people change, and people change one decision at a time. Tonight is your opportunity to begin again. If this message inspired you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another step on your journey toward mastering your mind and transforming your life.